Hey guys, so in pertains to my last few videos about colorism communities on YouTube and how I really don't like them, one of the words that I used to describe that community was incel. And I noticed that it triggered a lot of people, and I kind of just want to backtrack and explain why I used that word. Basically, I am calling them how they are describing themselves. It's not me calling them that. They are calling themselves that. And I'm giving them the definition for how they describe themselves. So they're constantly coming online talking about how everybody on earth hates their skin complexion. Everybody's out to get them. Their dating life sucks because every man rejects them solely off of their skin tone. Every man is choosing a lighter skinned girl over them. Every man is choosing a white girl over them. You know, those are the talking points that they talk about. They're always talking as if they are the underdogs in their dating life and they basically have no romantic success. So I came to the conclusion that those women might be incels. They come online and they talk as if every dark-skinned girl experiences this. You know, every dark-skinned girl is just super insecure about her skin. No man wants to date us because of our skin. No, you are the category of the dark-skinned woman that just might be an incel. And the reason why I use the word incel is because to me, if you look at that community as a whole, those people do not have any romantic success. Yes, it technically means involuntarily celibate, right? But they're also mainly complaining about how they just don't have any success at all. So yeah, if I didn't make myself clear enough, I am saying that the incel community reminds me of colorism community because they both complain about the same exact thing, a lack in their dating experiences. Secondly, I am not the enemy and I'm not the villain. A lot of people think this about you when you come online and you're constantly complaining about how nobody likes you. I am just the bold enough one to actually say it. I'm saying what a lot of people are thinking, and that's why I have screenshots of comments that I found pulled up because I want you guys to see. A lot of people were trying to tell me, oh, that's your experience. That's just you. No, it's not just me. It is a whole group of dark-skinned black women and just women in general, black women in general, who are fed up with that type of content because although we're not denying colorism, but what we're saying is at this point, what can you do about it? Your perception is your reality. Are you going to just soak in that negativity or focus on the ones that do want you? Stop watching content that's constantly reminding you how men want another girl over you. That's literally the entire content. I've checked out these pages and every video is always about how a black man is choosing a light-skinned girl. Just like what I said in my last video. If you go on Reddit, for example, there is whole threads of men glorifying dark-skinned women. You are what you choose to focus on. Another thing, like I said, everyone is thinking this about you when you come on TikTok and you complain about how men are choosing Latinas over you. Nobody wants the underdog. Nobody wants the dark-skinned girl. Everyone is thinking it's giving incel. Many people are not bold enough to use their platform and say things like this because they know the backlash that comes with it. Nobody wants that on their back. I don't even want it. But hey, I'm going to speak my mind. So stop telling me that's just your experience. A lot of black women feel that way. They're tired. They're drained. It's so dark. Why? It was one channel that people kept recommending me, and I took a look at her content, and I felt so sorry for her. Just me reading her titles alone, every other video was how, oh, he cheated on you for a light-skinned girl. He did this for a light-skinned girl. He did that for a light-skinned girl. Like, no wonder why you guys are so insecure. Once again, I am not denying colorism, but at this point, you guys are also contributing to it yourself. For the slower ones in the back, I'm not taking your experience away from you. I'm offering a different solution. Turn that content off. I'm just going to label it self-hating incel content. Because all that's going to do after a while is simply make you hate yourself. I was even reading comments about how it even made light-skinned girls insecure. So can you imagine what it's doing to a dark-skinned girl? Literally, the comments are on the screen. Pause and do what you have to do. Videos like that were popping up on everyone's feed. And it would be videos like, I hate my dark skin. I hate my 4C hair. Why does he always choose the light skin girl over me? All he follows is light skin girls. All he follows is Latina girls. I'm like, oh my goodness, this is cringe. Why would you post this? Like, oh my gosh. And then they have the audacity. They're always talking about how light-skinned girls are on a pedestal. I see that comment a lot. I meant to say, they say that light-skinned girls feel like they're on a pedestal. Because feel free to enlighten me if you feel like I'm wrong. But from what I see, the only ones that are constantly saying that light-skinned women are on a pedestal or feel like they're on a pedestal is dark-skinned black women. Like, what specifically are they saying that's communicating that they feel like they're on a pedestal? Because from what I see, it's just looking like one big projection. That's how you feel about them. In my personal opinion, I don't see this with light-skinned girls. I don't know. Maybe I'm just not looking at it from an insecure lens. I think a lot of times people are just projecting their own insecurities. So when you come online and you're always talking about how he always chooses, I see they say like the short light-skinned girl with curly hair. I see that one a lot. When he chooses her over you, what you're doing is communicating superiority complex, meaning you are putting that girl above yourself. You're putting light-skinned women above yourself when you come online with that type of language. I think that's when it really started to bother me, and that's why I spoke up. On YouTube, I'm like, whatever, fine, speak your truth, be in your little circle, I don't care. Wasn't popping up on my timeline like that. But once it started bombarding all of our For You pages, I think that's when we kind of had enough. I understand the original agenda with highlighting colorism. I do get it, but now you guys are contributing to it. Random example, but if you watch Love is Blind, right, and you're online, you see how they were trying to say Clay was a colorist with no context behind it, just blatantly, just out of nowhere, Clay is a colorist. And people were calling that out. They were like, you're projecting. Clay gave no indicators that he was a colorist.
When are y'all gonna start admitting that you're colorist?
That's a dipshit.
Not these men that y'all say. But you! When are y'all gonna admit that? I keep seeing videos saying that Clay didn't like AD because she's dark skinned. Where the fuck are y'all getting that from? Like, I'm truly confused. There are plenty of reasons why somebody may not like somebody. Doesn't necessarily have to do with their skin tone. They could be annoying. They could be naggers. They could be clingy. They could have bad credit. They could have poor spending habits. They could possibly could not dress, don't like the way that they do their makeup. There are so many reasons why somebody may not like somebody. But here y'all bitches go with Clay don't like AD because she's dark skinned. Where the fuck y'all got that from? And it's only black women I'm seeing posting about this. So y'all the ones that's pushing this whole colorist narrative. So it's making me think that y'all colorists, to be honest. And then we have the dark-skinned women who are pushing this narrative that dark-skinned women are confident. Baby, anyone who knows me knows that I have a big head. I am very confident. I am very confident. And I feel like my confidence exudes because people tell me how pretty I am on a daily. And that's no tea, no shade, but I'm being honest. So I need y'all to start looking in that mirror and really seeing you for who you really are. And stop projecting and realize that you are pushing this whole colorist narrative. Y'all need to stop that shit. It's 2024. Please. Please.
So yeah, something to think about if you watch that show and if you know what I'm talking about. And I think that was my final straw. I'm like, I can't take this no more. You guys are self-hating, you're insecure, and actually, you're the colorist now. Now, you're the colorist. It is 2024. At this point, no one is holding you back besides yourself. It's your own insecurities holding you back. You will find yourself way more happier if you unsubscribe from that content, because then you're not looking at the world from a very bitter lens. You can enjoy your romantic situations. You're not constantly hyper-focused on, does he like my skin color? Honey, if you're really up on game, men like anything. Okay, men just want something fine. Okay? That is the point that I've been trying to get across for the longest. Men just like a good-looking woman, to be honest. It's you guys that hyper-focus on that way too much. You are not your ancestors, babe. You are free now. You don't have to be such a warrior about this topic. You really don't. And I bet you your ancestors are looking at you like, what is the issue? These people are free. They didn't have to go through nearly half the things we had to go through. And that's why a lot of people call Black people victims. Just you stay in that victim mentality. I don't walk around the world wondering, oh, am I his type? Am I his type? Honey, I'm fine. I'm every man's type. I'm turning heads. I'm every man's eye candy. So that is the confidence you will have when you unsubscribe from self-hating, insecure incel content that's constantly reminding you that another archetype of woman is above you. You have this new level of confidence walking through the world. No woman has me shaking in my boots. No woman, when I walk in the room, has me feeling like, oh my God. No, I'm getting all the attention when I walk in the room as a dark-skinned woman because I don't let my skin color hold me back. So why do you watch content that makes you feel bad about yourself? Because you know it makes you feel bad about yourself. Do not even lie. Constantly being reminded by an insecure leader that you are below, that has to make you feel bad about yourself.